According to Mental Health America, over 44 million Americans suffer from or experience mental illnesses such as anxiety and depression. Now, these are shocking statistics that encapsulates the dire need for more recovery and preventative methods of treatment. While the treatments available today are effective for some, discovering a new or simple treatment may include many others who suffer from mental illnesses. My name is Payaam Elmi, and I'll be going over the consequences and impact of mental illness on adults, as well as introduce a simple yet effective treatment that may prove to be better than medication. I'll first go over the consequences of mental illness and why it should not be taken lightly. I'll then go over and introduce forest therapy and provide some results from many studies that prove its effectiveness. And lastly, I will go over its how to implement forest therapy in your lives. Now let's delve a little deeper into the consequences of and impact of mental illness. According to the Mayo Clinic, mental illness is one of the leading causes of disabilities in America, and has severe effects both socially and physically on an individual. A study done showed that high levels of anxiety can exhibit abnormal behavior and neural responses during a decision-making process in a social setting. Individuals with depression can experience a lack of motivation, a lack of hope, and an overall negative self-image. Anxiety can result in headaches, stomach pains, breathing problems, and lack of sexual desire. Depression can result in a lack of concentration, a loss of appetite, and difficulty sleeping. Now that we went over and established some of the consequences of mental illness, let's explore this treatment called forest therapy. Forest therapy is fairly unknown to the American public, however, it is extensively studied in Asian countries. So what is forest therapy? Well, simply put, it's being present in a natural environment. Any natural environment? Well, no. The best natural environment are those with plenty of vegetation and greenery, such as forests. Now, is forest therapy effective? Well, imagine having a long, stressful day. Your mind is racing. You take a break. You decide to walk in your local park. And all of a sudden you feel your worries melt away. Well, that'd be nice, right? Well, that may be the case. In 2007, Park and others showed that salivary cortisol, which is an indicator for stress, and cerebral activity was significantly lower in the male students who were told to walk in Siwa Forest, which is actually right here, south of Tokyo. And their salivary cortisol levels and cerebral activity was significantly lower than the male subjects who were told to walk in the city. In 2017, you and others showed that there was a decrease in blood pressure in their middle-aged to elderly subjects. And according to the Profile of Mood States test, the subjects' positive moods were greatly increased and their negative moods were greatly decreased. In 2015, Ochai and others showed that their subjects who were middle-aged men with normal to high blood pressure experienced a drop in blood pressure and a great decrease in negative moods such as anxiety, sadness, and stress. In 2008, Miyazaki told his several subjects to touch a cold oak plate and touch a warm metal plate. It was shown that blood pressure was decreased when touching the cold oak plate, even though it was considered more uncomfortable to touch than the warm metal plate. Now, these studies show the physiological and emotional benefits of forest therapy. Now let's go over how one may implement forest therapy in their lives. But before that, let's recap. We went over the consequences of mental illness and why it should not be taken lightly. We went over the definition of forest therapy and how it could be a simple treatment, simple natural treatment for those who suffer from mental illness. Now, the best way to implement forest therapy in your lives, in your routine, is by coupling it with exercise. You can go for a jog or take a walk in your local park or your local trails. Now, if you want to get the full extent of forest therapy, you must immerse yourself in the natural environment. And luckily in California, we have many national parks, such as Yosemite, Sequoia, and redwoods. These all contain the necessary vegetation and greenery to provide you with a relaxed and stress-free environment. Now, if you live in LA County or San Bernardino County, there is a wonderful trail called Etiwanda Falls at the foothills of Mount Baldy. It has a beautiful creek and a small waterfall. It could really, really relax you. And if you're in Orange County, there is a wonderful trail in the Cleveland State Park called Hardy Truck Trail, right in Majeska Canyon. Now, if those are too far for you, there's an app I love to use all the time. It's called All Trails. It quite literally shows you all the trails in your nearby vicinity. Now, left unchecked, mental illness can be a severely admirable foe. It can affect you negatively in so many ways. And to save oneself from taking medications that may not even work and have countless side effects, we've seen those commercials, forest therapy can be a great alternative, and clearly an effective alternative, with no side effects and only benefits. Thank you.